students, in the previous class we have discussed the structure of plant cell and what are all the structures which are present in the plant cell. Everything we have discussed. Now in this class we will be discussing about the animal cell under eukaryotic cell. You know what is a eukaryotic cell? The cell in which true nucleus with a definite nuclear membrane and all the membrane bound cell organelles are present in the cytoplasm is called a eukaryotic cell, and I told you the eukaryotic cells will be different like a plant and animal cell. Both are eukaryotic cells only, but they are differ each other. So now we will discuss about the animal cell. Firstly, look at the shape of the animal cell. Here the shape of the animal cell is usually oval shape. So here the shape of the animal cell it is usually oval, but in case of plant cell it is either hexagonal or polygonal, but here it is oval shape. And the animal cell which is bounded by a plasma membrane. So animal cell is bounded by plasma membrane as its outermost boundary, and here the cell wall is absent. Cell wall is the characteristic feature of only in case of plants. So they are present in other organisms also. As we are talking about the eukaryotic cell, the cell wall is the characteristic feature of plant cell, but cell wall is absent in animal cell, but the outermost boundary will be the plasma membrane. And this plasma membrane is made up of proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, so that we will be discussing in detail when we discuss about the plasma membrane. So here the outermost boundary is only plasma membrane, but cell wall is absent. And plasma membrane encloses the protoplasm, and protoplasm is differentiated into cytoplasm and nucleus. So protoplasm is differentiated into cytoplasm and nucleus. Firstly, we will discuss about the nucleus. Already you know it is a true nucleus because we can find a definite nuclear membrane. As nuclear membrane is present, it is a true nucleus, and this nuclear membrane encloses nucleolus, nucleoplasm, and a thread-like chromatin network. The thread-like chromatin network which contains the genetic material DNA. So the chromatin network which will undergo condensation to form chromosomes which in turn contain DNA. And the cytoplasm in animal cell, so it is the fluid matrix or semi-fluid matrix enclosing the cell. So cytoplasm comprising of various structures including organic, inorganic substances, membrane bound and non-membranous organelles, etc. which are present in the cytoplasm. We'll see what and all the structures which are present in the cytoplasm in case of animal cell. So already we have discussed about the nucleus. It is a true nucleus. Next followed by the endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum, we write a complete name, endoplasmic reticulum. So this endoplasmic reticulum, already I told you, it is usually arising from the plasma nuclear membrane. The endoplasmic reticulum, you can observe here the nuclear membrane is there, and from this nuclear membrane only the endoplasmic reticulum will be arising. And this endoplasmic reticulum is again differentiated into smooth endoplasmic reticulum and a rough endoplasmic reticulum. On what basis we are classifying the endoplasmic reticulum? Based on the presence or absence of ribosomes on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum. Here you can observe on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum the ribosomes are present, hence it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. And here in this endoplasmic reticulum the ribosomes are absent on its surface, that's why it is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. We will be discussing what is the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, everything in detail later. So here the endoplasmic reticulum is of two types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Then followed by Golgi complex. So here Golgi complex is present here very near to nucleus. I told you there is a reason why the Golgi complex is located very near to nucleus that we will be discussing later. Here the Golgi complex is present, and next mitochondria. The powerhouse of the cell called as mitochondria. While drawing mitochondria, it is a double membrane bound cell organelle. The outer membrane is like this, it is smooth, and while writing inner membrane, you should draw like this. Then only we can get exact diagram of the mitochondria. So mitochondria, it is a powerhouse of the cell, which is same in both plant cell and in animal cell. Then followed by ribosomes. So here ribosomes are present. Again they are ATS type because it is a eukaryotic cell which contains ATS type of ribosomes having a larger 60S and smaller 40S. Both together it is ATS type of ribosome present in all eukaryotic cells. Then other than this, lysosomes. So lysosomes are usually present in animal cell. I told you they are usually rare in case of plant cell, but here the lysosomes are commonly present in animal cell. So here mitochondria is present, lysosomes are present, and ribosomes, and the microtubules are nothing but the cytoskeletal structures. There are different types of cytoskeletal structures which are present in the cytoplasm. Here I have mentioned the microtubules. So cytoskeletal structures are also present. Cytoskeletal structures. And microbodies are also present in the cytoplasm like a peroxisome, glyoxysomes, etc. which are present in the cytoplasm. And along with that, so cytoplasm encloses many small vacuoles. Do you remember in plant cell there is a large central vacuole which occupies most of the space. But here in animal cell many number of small vacuoles are present. While differentiating plant and animal cell, so here we can include this point, the presence of many small vacuoles in case of animal cell. So this is one characteristic feature, and the cell wall is absent. This is another characteristic feature, and very importantly, the presence of centrioles. Presence of centrioles. It is very important because centrioles are completely absent in plant cell. They are the characteristic feature of animal cell. Here you can observe two centrioles which are located very near to nucleus. These are rod-like structures. One is arranged horizontally, other one vertically. This arrangement is also very important. While drawing centrioles, one centriole should be horizontally and other centriole should be vertically. Together, these two centrioles together, it is called as centrosome. There are two centrioles. The complete set is called as centrosome, and centrosome or centrioles are the characteristic feature of animal cell and they are absent in case of plant cell. So here Golgi complex is present, nucleus, a true nucleus enclosed by nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, nucleolus, chromatin network, everything. And when you come to the cytoplasm encloses various structures like endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Then Golgi complex, mitochondria, lysosomes, ribosomes, the cytoskeletal structures like microtubules and the microbodies like peroxisomes, glyoxysomes, etc. are also present in the cytoplasm. But the characteristic feature is many number of small vacuoles and the presence of two centrioles. Together it is called as a centrosome. So this is about the animal cell. So till now we have discussed the eukaryotic cell including both the plant cell and animal cell. Now we should know the differences between plant cell and animal cell. So while listing the structures which are present in plant and animal cell, you should carefully note down which are the structures which are present only in plant cell and only in animal cell. That is very important. Now we'll see the differences between plant cell and animal cell. Yeah, what are the differences between plant cell and animal cell? So firstly, in plant cell, a rigid cell wall is present. In plant cell, a rigid cell wall is present. Here, cell wall is absent. Cell wall is absent. And the second difference between plant and animal cell is that here there is the presence of large central vacuole. Presence of large central vacuole in case of plant cell, but in animal cell, many small vacuoles. Many small vacuoles are present in animal cell. Then the next difference is that because of the large central vacuole, the nucleus is towards one side. Nucleus is towards one side. But here, the nucleus is centrally placed. You can clearly observe in animal cell, there is a centrally placed nucleus. So, nucleus is centrally placed or centrally located. Then other differences, in plant cell, plastids are present. Plastids are present, but in animal cell, plastids are absent. Plastids are absent. Then other differences, here centrioles are absent. In plant cell, centrioles are absent, but in plant cell, centrioles are present. Centrioles are present. And the next difference, here in plant cell, lysosomes are rare. Here they are commonly present. Lysosomes are commonly present. Commonly present. So these are certain very important differences between plant and animal cell. Even we can list out a few more differences also, like the shape of the cell, everything we can include. But these many differences are enough. So in plant cell, cell wall, there is a presence of a rigid cell wall, but in animal cell wall is absent. So here in plant cell, there is a large central vacuole, but in animal cell, there are many small vacuoles. Here, the nucleus is towards one side because of the presence of large central vacuole, but in animal cell, nucleus is located in the center. Then, in plant cell, plastids are present, especially chloroplast is present in plant cell, but plastids are completely absent in animal cell. And in plant cell, the centrioles are absent and they are present only in case of animal cell. And in plant cell, lysosomes are usually rare, but they are commonly present in animal cell. These many differences are enough for plant and animal cell. Now, we will discuss few objective questions related to eukaryotic cell class. See the first question. Eukaryotic cell is characterized by option A, true nucleus, option B, nuclear membrane, option C, membrane mode cell organelles, option D, all of these. So here all are the characteristic feature of a eukaryotic cell. That's why answer D is the correct answer. Because true nucleus is there, option B, nuclear membrane. True nucleus in the sense nuclear membrane is present and membrane mode cell organelles are also present. And second question, eukaryotic cells are absent in option A, Protista, option B, Monera, option C, fungi, option D, plantae. So eukaryotic cells are absent in Monera because the one and only kingdom of prokaryotes is Monera. In kingdom Monera, we can see only prokaryotic cells. Then third question, what is absent in case of animal cell? Option A, cell wall, option B, plastids, option C, both A and B, option D, mitochondria. So your cell wall is absent and plastids are also absent. So your option C, both A and B. Next question, among the following, find out the non-membranous structure. Option A, lysosome, option B, vacuole, option C, Golgi complex, option D, ribosome. Here actually the lysosomes are single membrane bond. Even vacuole is also surrounded by a single membrane. Golgi complex, it is a double membrane bound organelle, but ribosomes are the non-membranous cell organelles. There are only two non-membranous organelles. One is ribosome, other one is centriole. Only these two are the non-membranous organelles. Remaining all contain the membrane, maybe single membrane or double membrane. If they contain single membrane, they are called as single membrane bound organelles. If they are bounded by double membrane like nucleus, they are called as double membrane bound cell organelles. So here you have an assignment. Just list out the various cell organelles. List out the examples for double membrane bound cell organelles and examples for single membrane bound cell organelles and non-membranous cell organelles. Next question. Ribosomes in eukaryotes having subunits. Option A, smaller 40 years and larger 60 years. Option B, smaller 40 years and larger 50 years. Option C, smaller 30 years and larger 60 years. Option D, smaller 30 years and larger 50 years. So here option A is correct because eukaryotes having ribosomes with a smaller 40 years and larger 60 years type of ribosomes. So this completes the structure of eukaryotic cell. So for prokaryotic cell we have discussed only bacterial cell, but for eukaryotic cell we have discussed the structure of plant cell and animal cell. So you may get a question about the eukaryotic cell. Draw a neat label diagram of eukaryotic cell. Either you can draw plant cell or animal cell. If they ask particularly draw a neat label diagram of plant cell, we should draw only plant cell. If they ask animal cell, we should draw animal cell. Other than that, if they generally ask eukaryotic cell, you can write any of the two. So this completes today's class. In the next class onwards, we will be taking up each and every labelings what we have discussed, or each and every organelle. We have discussed about nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, mitochondria. Just we have mentioned the names only, but in the further classes we will be taking each organelle and we will be discussing in detail about each and every structure which is present in the cytoplasm. Let us wind up today. Thank you.